In the fifth module, we will be studying about the integrated application of remote sensing and GIS. In the first two modules, we already discussed about the fundamentals of remote sensing and the components of remote sensing and other properties of sensors and platforms, etc. And in the third and fourth module, we study details about geographic information system, its components, its functioning, the different data models, and the different types of data types which is using in the GIS domain. So, with this knowledge about the modern technologies, remote sensing, and GIS, now we will have a discussion in the fifth module about the application in which are the field the remote sensing and GIS technologies can be applied, and how better and what is the better output we can able to produce by the integration of these modern two technologies, which is comprising of application in land use and land cover analysis, change detection, water resources, urban planning, environmental planning, natural resource management and traffic management, and location-based services and its applications. So, I will be starting today with application of remote sensing and GIS for land use and land cover analysis. So first, as an introduction, I had just briefed what is remote sensing and GIS in the first paragraph. So you have also required to write like this while you are performing in the V2 exam. So if you are getting a question, explain the application of remote sensing and GIS in land use and land cover analysis. You have to first explain what you mean by remote sensing. Just brief it with the definition and it's important. Then you can add on about GIS. Then we can start the application of land use and land cover analysis. So first I will be starting with application of remote sensing and GIS in the field of land use and land cover analysis. To define land use and land cover analysis, you must know how the Earth's surface is covered with the various features. So we know that Earth's surface is covered with the various natural features, like there are vegetation part is there, and there are various soil exposures are there, and there are water bodies are there, mountain areas are there, valleys are there, plateaus are there, and these are all called natural features. The part of the earth surface which is covered with the natural features, we can tell it as a land cover area. Land cover area. It is nothing but if the naturally the earth surface is covered with natural features, then that areas are called as land cover. If the surface of the earth is covered with various human-made features or artificial features, examples like roads or buildings or various industrial purposes, layouts like that. um, So the first application I will be discussing today is land use and land cover analysis. It is one of the very interesting and major application of remote sensing and GIS. And this application is, I can say that this is a reference for various other major studies like urbanization or change detection or various other development activities towards that area. So, before coming to the actual application, you must know what you mean by a land cover and a land use. So, Earth surface features are covered with the various natural as well as various artificial features. So, what are the various natural features which is covering the Earth surface? Examples like water bodies, vegetation covers, and forest, mountains, plateaus, valleys, etc. So, these are called natural features which are covering the Earth surface. That can be categorized as land cover area. Now, what do you mean by land use? How the land is used by the human activities. Say, for example, construction activities, we are using the land surface and we are covering the land exposure or the surface of the earth with various construction of buildings, and we are covering the earth surface with the road construction etc. So these are the examples of various human-made features which is covering the Earth's surface. This can be categorized as land use. So while studying the land cover and land use of a particular area, the person who is expert in land use and land cover analysis, he can make out what is the rate of urbanization is happening in that area. So if I will explain that also. So if you are selecting a particular area and if over a span of time, if the land use is increasing in that area by the analysis of land use and land cover analysis, it means the land use is increasing. It means urbanization or development is happening in that area. And land use, how it is increasing because of various human-made activities. They are encroaching the land and they are making various or they are making various activities, or they are making the earth surface covered with various human features. I mean, human-made features. But in an area, if the land cover is increasing or land use rate is not that high compared to the land cover, in that case, we will say that the urbanization is less in that area, or urban sprawl is less in that area. Because the natural covering of the surface is maintained over, say for example, over the analysis of 10 or 20 years. Say, just example I am saying, if you are selecting a particular area over a span of 10 years, if there is no much land cover reduction is happened, it means the development or urbanization or urban sprawl is less in that area. So obviously, if the urbanization is increasing, it means land cover is getting reduced and land use is increasing by encroaching the land cover areas. That is naturally how the surface is covered with various wetlands or water bodies. That area will be getting filled up and it will be leveled and it will be using for various human-made features. That is what I said you, encroachment of land covered and increasing the land use rate. So as I said, this land use and land cover analysis, it is a reference for various other applications. Say for example, if I wanted to study the natural resource of that area, I must have a land use and land cover analysis data of that area. If I wanted to study the urban planning or urbanization of that area, then also the first basic data I should have is land use and land cover analysis of that area, because as part of the urbanization, as I already said, the land use will be increasing and land cover is decreasing. So what is the rate of increase of land use and reduction of land cover in that particular area? For that purpose, we will be using the land use and land cover analysis. So first one, when I am explaining the methodology part, you will come to know how the analysis and other work will be progressing using the remote sensing and GIS. So here I had just mentioned a very general methodology which we are adopting for land use and land cover analysis. First one, data acquisition. Data acquisition, so it is, we know that the remote sensing and GIS integrated technology, where the GIS software is capturing or it is storing the data which is collected through the remote sensing images. So I can say that if I wanted to do the land use and land cover analysis of that area, I will be depending upon the satellite images or topographic images of that area. So as already we know that the satellite or sensor can able to cover the vast area image, and that data will be providing as an input data into the GIS, and various other non-spatial data also will be collecting like survey data or other characteristics of each features which are present in that area, that are called non-spatial data. And location based data also we will be collecting, that is called spatial data, and the satellite images as the input base map will be providing. That is what happening in the data acquisition. Then I'll ask all of you, I mean, we already covered what do you mean by an image processing in the second module. So pre-processing means the basic corrections or basic, the enhancement of the properties of the data, whatever we collected. The data, in the sense, what I mean is the remote sensing images or the satellite images or the topographic images. First, while before considering the actual application or actual analysis, we will be taking care about the removal of all the existing errors in such input data. So that is what doing in the pre-processing. So in the pre-processing, we know that we studied about atmospheric corrections and geometric corrections, etc. That all and image referencing will be doing in the image pre-processing. Then the land use and land cover classification. The entire image will be, the input image will be classified and examined based on their land use and land cover parameter. Then the field survey data. So we are collecting the satellite images and we are dividing the entire images based on the land cover and land use parameter. Then field survey also is an important parameter. It is sometimes we can say that it is for the reference, or it is for the make sure that the whatever data we collected through the images or through the topographic maps are exactly perfect. And sometimes there will be some cross checking is also required through field survey. And as I said, the field survey data is also considering as a non-spatial data into the GIS. And mainly this field survey you can able to see here. For accuracy assessment, we will be doing the field survey and as an additional spatial non-spatial data. Then based on the field survey and based on the input data, we will be preparing the land use and land cover maps. Then change detection. So as I said in the beginning, change detection means, so for example, if I can able to collect a 20 years of satellite images of a particular area for the purpose of land use and land cover analysis. Say, for example, I am collecting the Bangalore area image from before 20 years and till now. So, over the span of time, what is the rate of land use increases and what is the rate of land cover reduction happened in this area will be studied. So, in if the land use is increasing, what does it mean? The urbanization is increasing and urban sprawl is increasing in this area. So based on that, what is the changes happened over the span of time will be assessed. That is called as change detection and impact of change. Because of that, changes happened. I mean, based on the land use increase and land cover reduce. So, what is the impact happened in this area? Impact in the sense positive and negative impacts. Negative impacts, like what are the various environmental impact happened in that area based on the climatic condition variation, or based on the temperature variation in the climate, or based on the rainfall availability. That is called impact of the change impact of land cover reduction, or we can brief all together that as environmental impact analysis. Then positive impact also. So urbanization is happening, so development of that area is happening, urban sprawl is getting wider and wider. So change prediction. And so by studying this over past 20 years of data and making the land use land cover analysis, change detection, what are the future changes happening based on the land use and land cover analysis can be done, and the mitigation if wherever if it is required, or remedial measures, or suggestion to the government officials, that can be done through based on the application of this GIS and remote sensing in the land use and land cover analysis. So this is about the methodology about the land use and land cover analysis. So here the based on this data or output, that data it can be referred for various other studies, like what is the forest and vegetation changes happened over the span of time, what is the urban change happened, what is the wetland changes happened, and what are the various environmental changes happened, and what are the, so overall what is the land use and land cover change happened in that area can be calculated through the process of this analysis of land use and land cover analysis. So here again I had mention some more application of this analysis or land use land cover map we are preparing using the process of analysis. So it can be referred for environmental change or drought monitoring and flood monitoring of that area. And as I said, what is the rate of wetland change and what are the detection of landslide in that area. It is again, it is one of the impact or environmental impact because of the land cover reduction and land use increases. So these are the different applications of land use and land cover analysis, and this is how the modern technology can be applied in this analysis. And the data requirement for this is, as I already said, topo sheet or satellite images as a basic map, and the master plan of the urban area of that area will be collected. Satellite images, aerial photograph, and non-spatial data of that area will be also collected. And the methodology or actual the GIS and remote sensing application based data study will be doing, and that can be used for various applications like this.